Greetings. My name is Kevin Ike, Sales and Support Specialist with BatteryGeek.net. Today, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for considering the GeekPod 100 as an external battery solution for most of your handheld devices. The battery geeks know that your mobile life puts excessive demands on iPods, cell phones, and portable game systems. Oftentimes, these devices cannot keep up with your active lifestyles. That's why the battery geeks have developed external battery technology that's pocket-sized but will power your iPods, cell phones, and portable game systems upwards of 3 times their original runtime with their internal batteries. The GeekPod 100 is based on, as I said before, high-capacity lithium-ion technology that boasts 22 watt-hours of power. 22 watt-hours of power is equivalent to 100 hours of audio playback on the iPod, 12 hours of video playback on the iPod, and up to 15 hours of playtime on the Sony PSP and the Nintendo DS. So, let's take a look at the GeekPod a little bit closer and see how these features are all packed into one palm-sized package. Taking a closer look at the GeekPod 100, users will notice its simple design allows for easy operation. So easy, in fact, that a child can safely operate the GeekPod 100. On top of the GeekPod 100, a built-in power meter indicates the charge remaining in the device by simply touching the test button. 4 LEDs light up, which indicates that the GeekPod 100 has a full charge. Turning the GeekPod 100 onto its side, a large barrel-style connection is the input port which allows the GeekPod 100 to charge through the supplied AC adapter. The AC adapter will recharge the GeekPod 100 from a completely discharged state in approximately 3 hours. Turning the GeekPod to its opposite side, we see a mini barrel-style connection is the output port, which allows the GeekPod to power your iPod and portable gaming devices. To power a iPod, simply use the retractable charge cable, which adjusts to up to 36 inches or anywhere in between, and use the barrel-style connection on the input port, or the output port, should I say. And then with the retractable iPod cable, use the iPod port end to connect to your iPod. With this retractable charge cable, the GeekPod 100 is compatible with the 1st and 2nd generation of iPod, the 4th and 5th generation of iPod, including the latest video iPods, as well as the Nano and the Mini. Now, if you're a user and you have a 3rd generation iPod, Battery Geek has a special cable for you. For those of you who are not familiar with the 3rd generation model, the 3rd generation iPod has 4 buttons at the top of the rotating wheel, which indicates this is a 3rd generation model. For some reason, the charge port is slightly different and requires a specialty adapter cable. And at this point, we'll take a look at the available white GeekPod and use the specialty 3rd generation cable to connect to our 3rd generation iPod. It's as simple as that. Now, if our users are looking at recharging with a portable gaming system or a cell phone, Battery Geek also offers mobile tips that will allow you to connect to various popular cell phones, including Nokia's, Motorola's, Samsung's. Battery Geek advises that users looking for the appropriate cell phone tip should visit our website at BatteryGeek.net for the latest device compatibility. For instance, this Nokia phone has a special adapter tip. This is tip number M06, and you just plug into the base of the telephone and begin recharging. For portable gamers out there, the GeekPod 100 also features specialty tips for the Sony PlayStation, as well as Nintendo DS, Nintendo DS Lite, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Micro. In this instance, there's 3 adapter tips included in the portable gaming pack that supplies power to the Nintendo DS, DS Lite, and the Game Boys as well. Also included with your GeekPod 100, the owner's manual, which will answer any questions you may have, as well as the AC adapter, which is compatible with most international voltages. The AC adapter works with voltages from 100 to 240 volts AC. Also on the AC adapter is a mini LED. This LED glows red when the GeekPod 100 is charging. When the GeekPod 100 reaches a fully charge, this LED will glow green, and the charger will enter into a trickle state, which will keep the battery topped off until you are ready to use it. Also available through BatteryGeek.net, we sell external speakers. These portable compact travel speakers allow you to fold up your device and take the speakers anywhere you need to go. Simply remove the docking base and fold up the device to protect the sensitive speakers on the inside. Battery Geek also sells mini FM transmitters that will broadcast iPod audio over your car's speakers. Simply plug in through the docking connector, set the iPod in the handy charge cradle, and plug the 12-volt adapter into your cigarette lighter to take your iPod tunes on the road. But Battery Geek's specialty is external battery packs, and the GeekPod 100 supplies you with external battery power for 100 hours of audio playback and 12 hours of video playback on your iPod. Thank you again for considering BatteryGeek.net for all of your external battery solutions, and please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions about device compatibility, as we are the battery experts. We are the Battery Geeks.